there really is no basement with this guy. He will not, stop. He's going to keep going lower and lower. And he was in Rome, Georgia today. Now, he was stumping for Republicans because they have a House seat up for grabs in a special election coming up in just a couple of weeks. And this is a must-win for them as their majority is slipping away. So he's there, and then he goes off script. And this is where I say he doesn't have a bottom. He doesn't have a low. He's talking about the Congressional Medal of Honor, the highest award you can give somebody in the U.S. military. And what does he say? Well, I might test the law one day, and maybe I'll award it to myself. I mean, I was pretty brave. I went to Iraq. Yeah, you went to Iraq as President of the United States in 2018. You never served. You have no business getting the Congressional Medal of Honor and claiming you just making a trip to a foreign country as the head of state, as the president, gives you the right to that medal. But see, he's looking at it going, oh, that's a high prize I can get. And it's all about soothing his ego because he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. And he wasn't nominated again this year. At least if he was nominated, he wasn't nominated by anybody that the Nobel Committee is going to take seriously. If he somehow succeeds in giving himself the Congressional Medal of Honor, he is going to ruin it for anybody who has gotten it before or anybody who will get it after. He will have cheapened that medal by giving it to himself. Now, I don't believe he could actually award it to himself because he never served. And realistically, if you're in the military and you think it is okay for him to give it to himself for just taking a trip as head of state, you might want to reevaluate that. Now, I never served, and I admit that I may not be the expert to talk about this, but it looks like him just trying to give himself a participation trophy and going, oh, I can give myself that. And how is it that somebody who got himself deferred 5 times from Vietnam for bone spurs, so somebody else had to go in his place, somebody else had to risk life and limb, and potentially one of those others, because we will never know who actually got drafted in place of Donald Trump, who was the next call-up that happened. But one of those may have actually qualified for the Medal of Honor. Donald Trump just saw something shiny. He thinks he can give it to himself. Now, maybe he was joking, but if he was joking, it was an awful poor taste. And this just says everything you need to know about what he thinks about the military and this country.